Here's what's new in version 1.7.3 of EvaluWise for the Evaluator or user accounts. So these would be for people doing observations. So on the Evaluations tab, you'll see at the top there are now various ways to filter these observations. So if you want to hide all the completed observations, those would be the ones with the green background. You can click on Hide Complete, and those will all be hidden. And we can undo that by just clicking on the button again. If you only want to see your observations, the ones you've created, which you can tell here with your initials, if you hit mine, it's only going to show the ones that you've created. Again, we can undo that with a click. If you want to turn on the filters, click on the filter button, and then you can filter by evaluation type, so you can check off which ones you want to see, and then you can select the date range. So if you want to see the last month, 6 months, year, custom range, etc., you can put the start and end date, and that will filter by that option. Again, if you want to remove that, you can just uncheck this and clear that out. That'll take the filters off. And then if you want to see the archived observations, those would be the ones previous to whatever the archive settings are for the district. You click on that and it'll show you all your archived observations. So those are the new filter options in EvaluWise 1.7.3. Another new option in 1.7.3 is on the Evaluations tab. So if you click the tab as an evaluator, click on whichever observation you want, and then you can click on the script button wherever you might have script. So if we click script, you're going to see there's a summary button. So that's going to allow you to summarize the observation scripting based on domain and component. So if we go into one here, we've got some scripting information, and we're going to hit the summary button. So instead of just based on your note-taking and time order, this will summarize based on domain and component. So you'll see everything domain component with the time and date. So you can do that. Quick summary on the scripting. Also, you can do that on the artifacts. So if you click artifacts, click quick summary, it's going to sort the artifacts by domain and component. So you can view that as well. Another option in 1.7.3 that's been added is the teacher goals and notes section. So the administrator in EvaluWise, so this is going to be people with an admin account. If you don't have an admin account, you're not going to be able to see this. So I'm just pointing it out so that you know where to have them activated if your district wants to use it. I would have to turn on teacher goals and notes. If they just turn that on and don't have any of these checked, then what's going to happen is when you click on the Teachers tab and select a teacher, on their profile, if you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see a yellow sticky note where you could put in goals or whatever you'd like for a particular teacher. So let's say we wanted to say goal 1. We can save that. That's going to be viewable then on their teacher profile, and if the district turns it on for the different observation types, that same thing would be available on the individual observations. Now it's going to show the same thing on each one, so it's not going to be different from here to their profile. It's just going to be viewable in all the different areas, and then you could edit that so it's for the teachers to view. And then on the teacher dashboard, they'd also be able to see that on the home screen of the teacher dashboard. It would list the notes there down to the bottom. Now that's going to be in another video where I'll show the teacher dashboard, but this area would be visible to the teachers. So that's for you to add notes for the teachers to view. And again, it has to be turned on by the admin account in EvaluWise. Then the final thing that's been added in this new version is the Level 2 performance counts, which is a new report. It's going to show how many people on their summatives have received a certain rating, and it's going to show a graph for each. So if we run this, you can select the rubric you want to run it on, which school or schools, start and end date. If we run this report, it's going to show based on components, so level 2, 1A, this is how many people received an excellent rating. And then if you click on this, it's going to pop up with a list of who actually received that rating. So you could scroll through each of those. If you want to remove different pieces, you can do that. So that's going to give you the number of teachers or staff that had the rating at that particular level, and it'll help you with your PD decisions. So those are all the additions in EvaluWise 1.7.3 from the Evaluator perspective. Again, there'll be a separate video that talks about the teacher portion of this.